Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and today's Wednesday. It's April 24th, I believe. Yes, April 24th. Time is getting away from me. Oh my goodness, how does it? It's almost the end of April. I'm still painting. Look at this picture. I folded this up. This is what I got from Dee Dee. I'm going to put it in I'm going to make a pocket for it in my art journal. Today is all about art journaling. I have to show you. This is April, and look what happened to Shakespeare. I don't know. I think when I was working with my paint, I guess I'll leave him that way. Let's see, arted up. Maybe I should put a sunglasses on him or something here. I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm sure that I can't fix it. That's acrylic. Here's January, February, March. Wow, what did you do, Meri? This is for the first quarter in 2018. Look at my art journaling. I certainly have done a lot of art journaling this year. Wow, look at this. Actually, I have all of these out because I have some things I want to put in these two here. And so I thought I'd just get out January too. Kind of look at them and see what I've done so far this year. So let's start with January. Oops, I can see, oh, my Forever card fell out of it. Maybe I'll make a pocket for that too. Let's see if I can't get them over here so they don't all fall on me, which they're wanting to. All right, here's January. Hi, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. January, I do not have a canvas cover. I wasn't brilliant about doing that. I just have a plain paper cover. Well, I put the calendar on the back of it, so it's a little strong. And it's bound just one binding here. My back is just a plain copy paper, but I do have some charms on it. I was gifted these little book charms in the mail. I'm not sure who they came from, but they're cute. Robin Hood and, oh, I should write those things down. But thank you to the person who gifted me these little charms. They're little book, there's charms. Peter Pan, Robin Hood, and King Arthur. I should make some of these little books charms. And then this one has a key in it. Cute. Cute. You're always on when you're working. Oh, you work every day, don't you? Well, I come on regularly on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is really an impromptu. I just come on because I'm awake and I want to do some art journaling. And I thought, well, I might as well just go online. And I've been doing a lot of early morning streams. Seems like I get a lot done in the mornings, Melissa. And I don't know. I just enjoy going online and sharing my art. So here's January, and I started out with this book. It was a history book. I was fussy cutting out of it called The Age of Discovery. So I have some ATCs and here's where I first started doodling in January off of this ATC, off of this rug. I have a card that I made. Here's where I was embellishing my bobby pins, a tag. Made this in one of our Zooms. And by the way, we are going to be meeting this Friday afternoon from 1 to 3. Bea Grub is going to be presenting a project. If you haven't heard about our Zoom mini art retreats, there's a link in my description box where you can go look at our calendar and you can sign up for them. We'll notify you by email of the monthly meetings. Jeri at Recycled Parts for Art and Meri are collaborating on that. We're having a lot of fun in those little Zoom mini art retreats. Zoom is a video conferencing software. And we get to see each other and chat with each other once a month. There's some more ATCs, some ATC coins, just kind of reviewing what I did. This is a note from Dee Dee. I did a lot more writing in my journals, I see, in January. I haven't been writing so much. I'll have to change that. This was a Fibs scavenger hunt page. Page 11. I'm doing the Fibs scavenger hunt that Janet M. Young has a list out there, and she had a deadline to have the prompts done by April 1st, but I'm doing them all year. I should do one. I have some more ATCs over here. Some lists of what I do in the mornings. Some postcards. These are some postcards that I made that I sent out. Some more ATCs. An ATC from Sherry Lynn. I have a lot of book pages in here from that history book. It's what kind of got me all started. Some more ATCs. Here I was experimenting with a white gel pen on this black project paper. Here's one of my pocket pages that I've just filled with all sorts of things here. Notes and, fussy cuts from that history book. ATCs. These are pieces that I got from Aunt Beck. Wow, I'm liking these. Gold shoes. She sent me some gold shoes. Pair of gold scissors. Aunt Beck sent me this too. We were in a fussy cut swap. More ATCs. I like doing the ATCs in my journal. Good morning to everybody who's watching. January. Here I just started gluing in pieces. This is my knight in shining armor. Everybody needs a knight in shining armor. Wonder, wonder, wonder. I'm sure this was a Pick 10 page. Wonder, wonder, wonder. A doodle challenge. This was my very first doodle challenge. I need to get my cards put together for those. This is my second doodle challenge, and I started sketching Barb Owen, and I can't find my little sketchbook that I wear on sketching Barb Owen faces. This is not Barb Owen down here, but these others are. I think I really captured her here. Captured her there. This one's not so good, but these two really captured her. I can't find my little book. I have a little book where I'm just sketching Barb Owen faces with her permission. Some more ATCs. Happy Mail. Let's see. I think I got some napkins in here. I'm not sure where all of these are from. Who all of this one is my own. I know that. I'll put it in here. go back and review. I made stars. Catch a lucky star. Catch a falling star. Stars. Another doodle game. Here I was just playing with a technique that Dee Dee has where you put your page down instead of fussy cutting around it, you paint around it. And of course, she does her reverse collage. And I've done a reverse collage, but up to this day, I had never painted around my fussy cuts. And I really like that technique. Some more journaling. Doing the Fib Sketch-A-Days, and I can't find any more prompts out there on Twitter for those Fib Sketch-A-Days, so I think I'm just going to have to start my own. And look, I need to work on a snow globe for Anne. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, ladies. Welcome, welcome. I'm just kind of looking through my art journals. I really like my Sketch-A-Days. Here I put color in them. I need to do that more. My Fib Sketch-A-Days. Looking back on what I did, here was a galaxy page, an abandoned art page that I did. Of course, I'm never as good as Dee Dee on this. But I had some broken eggshells. This was a scrap page, more Sketch-A-Days I did in color. Well, that inspires me. I started doing my Sketch-A-Days in black and white, in color. And I ended up doing them in black and white. So maybe I'll have to go back to color. Here was a snow day because it was January. This is just a scrap page. More Sketch-A-Days. Sketch-A-Days. And these were all the prompts. And then I have a schedule here. Wow. That was January. Let me set it down here. February, I think, is where I want to start putting some things in. In February, I went to this art journal with my two ladies on here. And this is where I went to the canvas that it was gifted to me. And I think these little charms came from Elise in Canada. She sent me these little round paper cylinder charm, paper beads. Yeah, and my theme in this book was my Needlecraft magazine. Now, I think I have some things I want to put in here. Anne says, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I could not get back to sleep, so I'm up for the day, it seems. Somehow I understand. Let's see. This was an everlasting card that I made in Aunt Bet's Dirty Dozen. It's one of those everlasting cards that just keep opening up and opening up and opening up. That actually goes in my January journal. So I made that in January. I have some things here that I need to put in my journals, which is why I have this out. Let's see. I think I have... Yeah. Of course, I have to dig down. I was cleaning through my stash yesterday. I think these were done in February. Let's get these out. Here's some napkins from Kim. These were my own napkins. I have things I need to get done. So I just put them all in a... Let's see. I think these are March. I think it was just those postcards for February. Yeah. So let's put that right there. I'm going to work in my journals, but I think I want to put these postcards in my February. We made these coffee cups And these are my extras because I didn't like the birds on them. Oh dear. So I'll just find a pocket to put these in when I'm looking through here. So this was February. I was sketching faces, and I just didn't sketch them all. There was that prompt. Let's see, here's some. This is just a pocket with needlecraft stuff. February, all about February there. Oh, I just need to do more. Looking through my journals, I see things that I started doing that I want to carry on. I was watching that Pierre, oh, I don't remember his last name. He does this fancy writing. I want to do more of that on my dictionary pages. Some ATCs. This is a sketch of Alan Shepard. More journaling. I kind of got away from the journaling too. Calendar page, a pocket page. I think I'll put two of these postcards in here. There, maybe just like that. Calendar page. This was a bingo night that I went to with my grandniece's school, and then I came home and sketched all my memories of the young kids playing. To be young again and just play in the gym. They just running around, kids running around. We need to run around more in gyms. When we get older, we don't get the exercise we need. We don't get the exercise we need. This was a Pick 10 page. This is my February art journal. I think this was another Pick 10 here. It could have just been a scrap page. Shall we dance? This was a scrap page for sure. Pearl's a doodle game page. I think this was my very first playing with my handwriting page, and I did the ewer, and then I drew it out there. I need to do more of that. Some happy mail. An ATC from Elise. Butterflies are heaven sent. I'm sure this is the card she sent. Lise. It's fun to go back and look through these journals. This is only February. Here's my Margaret Thatcher. Not Margaret Thatcher, Queen Elizabeth. I keep calling her Margaret Thatcher. Little paper dolls. Mabel Hubbard was the wife of Alexander Graham Bell, doodling on black and white. This was a Fibs scavenger hunt page where you did a page all in washi tape. This is all in washi tape. Hearts. I'm a little groundhog. It's my day. Wake up and stretch, go out and play. Down in my burrow, down so deep. Time to wake up from my long winter sleep. Little February Groundhog Day page. Novel trims. More doodling. Here I was drawing with a paintbrush. That was just a technique page. Maria Sandoz. Dan Hesse. When I stopped working, I realized I was carrying around a lot of stress. When I stopped working, I realized I was carrying around a lot of stress. Now I live very much in the moment. Dan Hesse. I sketched this from Wiki. He was a I think it was Sprint. He was the CEO of one of the bigger companies. I liked his face, so I sketched it off of Wiki. Here's some little agenda notes that were gifted to me. What else? What else? Something else in here. Oh, I put that down. That's from Elise. Those are little fussy cuts from Elise. I taped it down because it's a wax paper envelope. Something else in here. February. Calendar page says February. These are just some notes I had of what? I think it's a list. I'm not sure. Art game. I was working on my very first story here. These are just my notes from that, my thoughts when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. That was more. This is a page that I doodled with the X-Acto knife, and then I put a page behind it, a report cover over it, colored with permanent markers on the back of the report cover. I got this, some ATCs, some postcards. This one is from Becky. A coffee cup postcard from Becky. So I know those coffee cups belong in here. This is the month we did our coffee cups. I got to find another place to put those. More ATCs. Here's a Harlequin fancy writing page. More fancy writing here with a Shetland pony. I got to do more of this. Sketching, that's Nelson Mandela and Antov Cermak. Some fancy ladies out of my Needlecraft magazine. Here, I'll put these here. My postcards. My coffee cup postcards. There we go. Hello, hello. Treasure hunt page. That's a fib scavenger hunt. This came from Journey. Oh my goodness, Journey does such beautiful art. It's just I call it a tag, but it's not a tag. It's like a traveler's note insert. So cute. She stitching on her machine, love and embrace, and these little tags come out. And they fit back in. Just beautiful work that she does. Beautiful. Journey Stoneman. Here I was playing with stamping. It's Abraham Lincoln sketch. That really wasn't too bad. Now that I look at it. Here's my history page. I got away from doing my history page. I'm going to have to start doing my history page again. More ATCs. Fib sketches. See, these are all in black and white. I got away from putting the color in, so I'm going to have to put the color in. This is a needlework page. Needlework, fib sketches. Fib sketches. Sketching faces. Fib sketches. Big tag page. This was a fib sketch. A fib's scavenger hunt page where you make tags out of greeting cards. This greeting card sent to me by my little grandniece. A life well lived, a year of fond memories. And then she drew two faces there. I think these were birthday cards. You're supposed to make tags out of greeting cards for the scavenger hunt. Some doodle. This is just some scraps that I was saving. Here's another face that I sketched. And then this is a self-portrait of me spending so much time on YouTube, listening to my earbuds here, and oh my goodness. So that was February. And this is where I started putting in the wraparounds too. I like the wraparounds here because they fold in my, I'm going to have to put this in both of them, I think. There. They hold in the edges here, and I really do like that. So that was February. And March I started getting thicker journals. This is my March art journal. Bring on spring. I did this kind of a stained glass effect here. I really do like that technique. That was fun to do. And I have my wraparound. Oh, I have all sorts of things in here. Friendship isn't a thing. It's a million little things. Little zine. I forget who I get these things from, and it's not signed. Oh, yes, it is. Rhonda. Rhonda Winstead sent me this little zine. I'm glad she signed it. So, because I don't remember who I get all this stuff. A little notebook. Put that in like that. All of this can't come from Rhonda. Little envelope, origami envelope that I learned how to do from Jeri. And I put a little gal in there. Some of my notes of what I'm going to do during the day. I went to my grandniece's spring program, and the youngsters colored their own programs, and then they copied them, and it's all the same design, but there's different ways that they colored it. And of course, when you file in there, everybody in our family gets a program. So I collected them so I could put them in my art journal. Mother Goose. Nursery rhymes was the theme of my journal in March. So I had this big book of Mother Goose rhymes. Some journaling, my calendar page. Here's me. There was an old lady who loved to do art. When she finished a page, she thought she was so smart. She painted and painted until she was done. Then she looked at it and said, "That was fun." That was my nursery rhyme. Here's little Miss Muffet. And Lucia sent me some beautiful shimmery watercolors. And this was the chamois that was in there. Of course, I'm not going to use it. Little Bo Peep. And then I made some ATCs. Oh, it's just fun to go back and look at these. Here's my little scrap man. Now, I have one that I'm working on that I need to send to Beth, but I need to copy this little verse. Scrap Man is a piece of my art. He has a place in my heart. Scrap Man, made of pieces and parts. Slap them together. He's a work of art. And that came from Cheryl, Beth, and Azure were in my stream. I had made this little scrap man when I was making my nutcrackers, and he turned out too crooked. So I just glued him down here on my page, and that's what happened, my scrap man page with a little heart there with scraps. Here's where I'm starting to write my story. I'm starting to write my story with Bandit and the Miss Meri Mysteries. This is the first story here. I don't have it finished. I need to go back and finish it. Doodle Game. This is part of this. This is the end. This is where I am in writing the story where, yeah. This is some beautiful wallpaper that was sent to me from, I think Sharon sent this to me. Can't read because the name has been wiped off. That was Happy Mail. Here's some nursery rhyme. Yeah, I think, who sent this? Yeah, Sharon. Sharon Lombard, I think, sent this to me. She sent me, you'll see it later, she sent me a picture of Bandit, our little kitty in Phibbsville. Here's a little house note card scrap page that I made. Hey diddle diddle. This card came from Aunt Beck in Happy Mail. I think I won her 2,500 subscriber contest here. Didn't Sharon really capture the essence of the lead pencil criminal? And then she put a lead pencil in there, and I didn't catch it. You know, I had to tell me, Meri, did you see the lead pencil that was left by the lead pencil criminal? I didn't make the association until they had to tell me, that's what that lead pencil's in there for, Meri. She really did an excellent job on this. Thank you, Sharon. Some doodle ATCs. More doodles. Train's coming. Here's some vintage postcards that I used to do an Easter page here. My Easter bunny. I did a What Does Spring Mean to Me? This was a video hop. I painted this little rabbit here. That rabbit just kills me. I don't think I got him exactly, but this little guy isn't exactly, his eyes aren't. I think my rabbit has a skinnier face. He's got more of a rounded face. My rabbit's gone on a diet. He's got a golden egg and a little chickie. I like the little chickie. Then I just did a mind map of everything that spring means to me. There was an old lady who never learned to knit. So when she retired, all she had to do was sit. She soon grew so bored doing nothing but sitting, so she decided to learn the fine art of knitting. She had been gifted some needles and some yarn. She would try them out, she thought would be no harm. To knit a nice scarf she thought would be fun, so with her needles and yarn, that's when she begun. Her first attempts were filled with mistakes. She had to do them again, for goodness sakes. She knitted and purled, knitting and purled. Her friends wondered what in the world. When she knitted them pajamas from the yarn from two friendly llamas, should be llamas, pajamas from the yarn of two friendly llamas. She knitted for herself sweaters, gloves, scarves, and a hat. Then she put her needles down and took a very long nap. That was my knitting nursery rhyme. I have knitting that examples that I guess I want to put them in here, but I don't have them out. Here's an ATC page. This is a pick 10. What defines you? I'm just going through my art journals from this year. This came from Nana Mo. This is a napkin page from that's going to be the scavenger hunt. One of the prompts was do a napkin page, and Nana Mo sent me this beautiful napkin. I just love it. And here's some more things from Nana Mo. I love the little postage mark that they have with Queen Elizabeth. And more things from Nana Mo that I'm not going to disturb. A little napkin with 1 in a million little forest creatures here. I love them. I love them. I just simply love them. We'll put them right back in here. This was from Shannon Green. I ordered, what did I do with them? I thought I had them out here. I do. I ordered some huge custom keepers. I mean, they're big. They're 57 inches long, but let me show you why. Well, in a minute here, I'll show you why. 3 little artists suffered a creative funk, so they decided to make journals of junk. I'll bring the scissors, you bring the tape. Not one itty-bitty scrap can we afford to waste. Here are some old ribbons and thread and fabric pieces stored under the bed. They cut out pretty pictures from a really old book. A quick snip and a tear was all that it took. They made up stories and wrote them all down. It only took a little imagination is what they found. When they were finished, they read them aloud. Masterpieces, all 3. They were so proud. There's some washi tape that I saved. Probably off of one of those envelopes. Crayola texture plates. I was doing texture plates here, and I made some ATCs. This was another Pick 10. You are the sunshine in the dark, dark world. You are the sunshine in the dark, dark world. And I love how this came through. A sketch. I got some things from Lynn Wright. Lynn Wright. Here's a nursery rhyme. I love this one. Piece of my trash for your journal. Really, it's a chopstick. I'm going, that's not trash. That's a chopstick cover that she saved. She told me to use this washi tape. She said, you're supposed to use it. I probably should use it. Some stamping examples. I got to do Jeri's stamp. I got it out here, Jeri. Jeri wanted me to do a cancellation stamp. I started carving it, and I didn't like it because I have the number backwards here. My 19 is backwards. Instead of a 9, it's a P. Here's a scrap page. Then you. Mom said to me, there will always be someone prettier than you, smarter than you, richer than you, fatter than you, skinnier than you, or thinner than you, taller than you, shorter than you. Than you. And I have found that it is very, very true. And I think it was Cheryl that said, true. Than you. Some more ATCs. I mean, this is my art journaling from this year. This is my brother fishing. I didn't want him to go fishing alone one day. He's fishing out on the dock here, so I went along and sketched. And here's the lake where he sketched. I made ATCs, and this is my brother fishing out on the deck. He wanted to go fishing, and the guy next to that he usually goes with had back surgery, so he couldn't go. So he was going to go alone, and I didn't want him to go alone. So I said, you never let me go fishing with you. Well, you can come. So I went. I didn't want him to go alone. Afraid something will happen to him. Here's where I was experimenting with some metallic Sharpie markers. Here's some of my knitting examples here. So proud I made a pocket page out of my knitting. I'm sure this was a Pick 10 page. This is one of Lisa's assemblage Pick 10s. And I had to use very flat things. Boy, I really do like this. This is kind of under the sea. I've got some whales and turtles in here. Davy Jones' locker. Bring on Spring page. A book cover that I did Fib Sketch-A-Days. The Little Crooked Artist. Little Meri dreamed of becoming one day a famous artist. The only problem was she could never draw a straight line. All her drawings were askew, her pictures pasted down all wrong. Little Lady Meri's friends knew as an artist she might never get along. Her paintings she could never sell, and that was just as well, because before anyone could pay, little Lady Meri would give them all away. One fine day, little Lady Meri created her very first masterpiece, a fine straight lines bordered with gold. And my oh my, wonders never cease. It was the very first art little Lady Meri ever sold. I was making up nursery rhymes. Sketching, having all fun. I like to sit on my recliner at night sometimes and just sketch. I like to sketch faces. They don't turn out to be who they are all the time, but it's fun to sketch them anyway. Some ATCs, doodle games, some more sketches, game A, doodle game A. This is my March art journal. This is faces. These are more fib sketch-a-days. I'm going to go back to that fib sketch-a-days and just do my own. I've lost track of their prompts. I don't see them out there anymore on Twitter. But I like to do these little sketch-a-days. Goody. These are just little cards from my Needlecraft magazine. This was a Dirty Dozen, I believe. I did this big frame. This is a history page. This was a scavenger hunt page, which was candy wrappers. Doodle game, list, and this was a button card. And then I have a pocket here where I started doing that fabric tape. Inspired by Rosemary Morris to do fabric tape. So this is my March art journal. So what I wanted to show you was, let's put this band back on it. This band's kind of tight for this journal. There's March. Oh, excuse me, I'm kind of in my art journal world here this morning. Here's January and February. Now those are just the first 3 months. April gets thicker. Here's April coming in here. Yeah. So this is why I have these huge custom keepers from Shannon Green. Give Shannon Green a big old shout out. Now she put her strings in there that she does, but I can tell you right now, these custom keepers, well, let's see how they fit in there. I'm going to keep April out because I'm still working in April. I might have to order another one from her. Let's see if I can get it in here in one of these. Yeah, it's fitting. It's fitting. It's fitting perfectly. Oh, Shannon, I'm loving it. I am loving it. And then these I'm going to take off the bands, I think, because they're a little tight. So here is, but I think I'm going to have to skip this one and go into this one, which is okay because I can put inserts in here. So, oh, it's huge. It's knocking my camera. You guys probably can't see. Let's go down one. Hi, Christy. I haven't been watching much chat here. I've been playing with my art journals. Let's go up. I'm putting my first month's art journals in my custom keeper that I got from Shannon. Just kind of looked through them. See, I think I'm going to have to put it in this way. If I can't, hold it, Meri. My wraparound's getting... I need 20 hands here to do this. I need more than 2 hands. I want to pull this journal around. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I'm loving it, Shannon. I'm loving it. So this will be February. So I got January and February in there. Oh, love. So March, I'm going to have to skip the ones in between. And I can come back and put something in between if I want. This is March. It goes like this. Maybe if I put it in from the front instead of the back. Let's open it up maybe to there. Oh, I'm going to have to show this to Shannon, how this is working for me. Wow. I am loving this. I am absolutely loving this. Is the huge custom keeper that I ordered from Shannon. Now I have a lot left over here, but I was planning to put 6 art journals in. Look at how fat it is. Maybe I need to zoom out one more here. Let's zoom out one more so you can see it. And I can't go up any. I'd have to position my camera. But look how fat. Look how fat. This is from the first 3 months in 2019. And this is a custom keeper, a wraparound, a prime one that I ordered from Shannon. And April, here is my April one here. My April one will go. I'll have to string more. But my April, so I think I can get 6 in here. April, May, and June. I may not. I may just leave it at 4 and order another one from her. I ordered 2 because that's really thick enough, don't you think? That's really thick enough. And actually, what I need to do is I have them strung here. My Shakespeare one is not attached in there. I am loving these. I am loving them. And then I'll probably have to put a band around here after I get them all put together. I'll have to put a band around here to keep them in there. But I am loving it. I am absolutely, positively loving this. You guys can't see it very well, but I love it, love it, love it. Well, at least I have them all together. All right, let's go look at chat. I've been playing with my art journals this morning for 2019. Nanamo says, hi, Meri. Sister-in-law Anne says hi, too. Hi, Nanamo. Hi, Anne. Welcome. Christy, good morning. Welcome. Melissa says, you inspire us, Meri. Well, I get inspired. Can you see that I get inspired? Can you see that I get inspired? This is my first 3 months of art journaling. Now, my wraparound comes here. I have it in here, and it'll come around by the time I get 2 more journals in here. Well, even just my one. I think I'm going to have to order another one from Shannon. Tell her to be on the lookout because this will just hold 1 more. I am loving this. Absolutely, positively loving it. That's a custom keeper from Shannon. This is one of her vinyl custom keepers. And these are my art journals from January through March. Wow. Oh. Let me put, I don't know if one of these bands will fit on here. I don't know if one of these bands will fit. This one's going to be too tight. I need a looser one. Those are too tight. I don't think I have one of the loose ones with me. Love it, Shannon Green. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to put it aside so I can do some more work. I have things I want to do. Oh, I have to back up my chair. Excuse me while I back up my chair. And I have spaces in between those journals if I want to put any inserts in there. Love my custom paper. Love my art journals. I've been busy this year, that's for sure. There. They're all in one space. I think I'm going to have to order another custom keeper from her. I got one, but that'll be for the next 3 months. I'm going to have to put them in groups of 3s because they're turning out to be fat. Now, I was reading chat and I got to Nana Mo saying good morning. Christy said good morning. Melissa says you inspire us. Old journals bring back memories of watching you create. You know, going back, and that is one of the prompts. I need to write down the rest of the prompts that Dee Dee gave Monday. But one of the prompts for January, let's find it, was use yourself as a muse. Go back and review your old creations. Write a project and what to do with it, and update that project. Dee Dee is reading off prompts from a deck of prompt cards that she got at the museum where she was, and she's reading off prompts, and I like that one. Use yourself as a muse. I'm going to write that bit down better. I'm going to put number 2 because that's the one I'm going to do. Number 2 is use yourself. That's the one that I'm going to do. Just by going back and looking at your old work, use yourself as a muse. Yeah. And it's a muse, not a muse. Don't amuse. Use yourself as a muse. I'm going to I'm just paraphrasing the prompt because she read them off and I was jotting them as she read them down. So look at your old creations. And old means to January, to last January for me. Look at your old creations and write a project and write. Well, you should choose. I'm going to choose a project. Choose one of them. And write down a project of what to do with it. Let's see, write down. I'm kind of paraphrasing the prompt here. Write down a project. These are not Dee Dee's words. This is my paraphrasing what she said. Write down a project and what you can do to update that project. So that's the prompt that I want to do from the week before last, and what you can do to update. And it doesn't say to actually do the project. It says look at it and determine, like if well, that's not my art. If I took a piece of art in here, here was where I was testing. This is a test page. I was testing out those acrylics. So what could I take from this page and create from it to reinvent the page? So I probably won't pick one from my April journal. I'll go back to January. But what could I do with this scrap page? What could I do with my sketches? Because I could, like you could cut it out and make a piece of art from this, or even photocopy it. Maybe I'll do that right here. I'm going to do that right here. Let's see. And what you can do to update the project. So this is a society. This is hashtag SO, Society of Idea Collectors, to update the project. And I'm just going to go ahead, and the prompt is just to write it down. So what I'm going to do is grab one of these pens that I hope is still working for me. Yes. So I'm going to say, take a sketch. So here's my answer. Here's my activity. So this is how I'm doing it. So I'm going to put Meri's what? Meri's working the prompt. I do a lot of sketches, so I could take one of my sketch pages, sketches of faces. So I could take one of these sketches, like this lady or this young girl that I did over here. Any one of these ladies. Or I think this gal looking down really calls to me. So cut it out. Now this is not original. I mean, this is just answering the prompt. You see a lot of people cutting out their own art and making another piece out of it. So cut it out or photocopy it. And what do I got on the back here? I'm okay. Create another piece of art with it. And I might do that. Just photocopy one of these pieces. I don't want to cut it out because I do art on the back. But this gal calls to me, and I could photocopy this and create another piece of art. I might actually do that. You may see me doing that. So Dee Dee read some more prompts off last Monday. I need to copy those down, maybe up in here, and then I'll choose over here. I'll choose a prompt to do. But the prompt was actually write down what you would do. So use yourself as a muse is the prompt. That's the one that I chose. And that was our homework assignment. It was to choose a prompt and go do it. Oh, dear me. Okay, so I've been going through, yesterday I went through my stash. And I have things hanging around here that I have some napkins that I need to separate. I won't do that. I won't bore you with separating napkins this morning, but that's on my list of things to do. I want to put these things in my art journal. So this came from Kim. This is going to go into a pocket page, maybe right here. I need to make a pocket page there. This came from Kim down in Florida. This is going on every year. One for the kids and then another one for the naughty adults, from what I hear. I never physically went to them, but I watched some of them on TV, which is good enough for me. Gasparilla, 1950 souvenir. So I'm not going to cut this up. I'm going to keep it. I might get inspired from it someday. Some of these pictures. This looks like 1950s program. She's sharing it with me. Let's see. I think I have a piece of bicycle art that I sprayed here. I think I'm just going to make a pocket page out of it over here. And I'll put this, will this fit in if I do that? Yes, if I'm careful. So what I'm going to do is get out my tape. I'm just art journaling this morning. Sometimes it's fun just to go through what's out and about in your studio when you're cleaning up. Collect all these loose pieces that you have. Like here, I was testing my spray inks. Just collect them and start using them. Put them in your journal. Take a day and just do art journaling. And you don't have to make beautiful art journal pages. You can see I do things like this in my art journal. My goal is to find that stamp that I carved. I think I know where it is, but I'm not sure. Well, let's see. We're going to glue this down. But I have to glue it right up here to the edge. Tape it down. Right here at the edge, because this needs to fit in it, and it will. And reach for it here. I like to put a little glue alongside my tape, because that creates a barrier between your art and that you put in your pocket and this tape, so it doesn't catch on to the tape. I just run a line of glue around here. That went on the tape rather than on the page. A line of glue. Now I have to remove the tape, the release paper. That came off good. Just keep being good to me, would you? I don't know if that one's going to be so good. That one. That one. Okie dokie. This goes right in here. Right like that. Yay! And then I'll put this program in here like this. Like that. But I'm going to kind of let that dry. So for now, I'm just going to leave it right there. Now, what else do I have? I have some scrap pieces here. This is embossing that I was trying out. Let's see. Let's kind of color that with one of my ink pads here. This is a twisted gathered twigs. Let's see what happens when I run my gathered twigs over this. A steampunk embossing plate. Yeah. And let's attach that to this. We could actually attach it to that, but I'll save that for another piece. We're going to make a pocket page. No, I'm going to write on the back of that. Let's make a pocket page here. One of my... Yeah, maybe here? Yeah. Or am I going to finish writing? Someplace I started the story. I guess not here yet. So it's okay to put this here. Let's actually glue this one down. We'll glue this down. This is really just, I was testing out this embossing plate. So this is kind of scrap paper that I have left, but I don't want to throw it away. So we'll just make a pocket page out of it. Look and see, I even got holes in the... Let's cover them up. Just like that. Yeah. And we'll make a pocket page here. Where's that tape? Yeah, put tape there. I'm just art journaling this morning. Hi, Lynn. Good morning, 80 doll. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Ann. Laura, good morning. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Hi, Barb. Good morning, Barb. Good morning. Kimberly says, good morning, Meri. You are going to need a hand truck to roll that around. Are you talking about my big fat? Did you see the art journals that I put in Shannon's huge custom keeper? I love it. Except I think I'm going to have to find a big elastic band to put around the journals to keep it as a closure. I love it. I love it. Now, it was in 2017 that I did my art journaling on 12 by 12 pages. They're huge, and they're all loose leaf. I mean, talk about a fat art journal. It must be about 6 inches thick of 12 by 12s, and I have to bind it yet. I'll have to get that out and look at that, because that's old art. That's 2 years old already. I'm trying to get this release paper up. And I need to go get those prompts that I wrote down that Dee Dee read off the other day and pick another prompt to do for Society of Idea Collectors. Oh, come on. So my custom keeper that I ordered from Shannon is exactly that. It's a keeper for my 2009 art journals. I mean, that thing is huge. It's 57 inches wide, and it's only going to hold 4 of my art journals from 2019. So there, I have a pocket page. Let's throw these little scrappies away. Oh, let's see, what can I put in my pocket page? How about these doodles? I was doodling on an envelope and I didn't like this, so I didn't send it. I started another one. Here I was testing that stamp that I got. Let's put that in there. Let's put it in this way. Let's put that in there. That can be glued down. Let's see. This, I think I'm going to cut this. This came in that package, that 2,500 subscriber contest that I won from, or I could just leave it like that. But I was thinking that I'd cut it down a little, maybe cut it and make a flip, a little journal this way, and then make another journal that I can actually insert into my art journal. So I think I might do that, because I think she got this at Michael's, and it's just different types of paper in here. several different types of paper to experiment with. Corrugated, a watercolor paper, a burlap page. This looks like Bristol board. Some multimedia paper in here. Some drawing. This looks like a vellum paper. I'm not sure what this looks like. Almost like a tracing rice paper in there. You can see through that. And a shiny coated paper. So I'm going through here seeing if, oh, I can put these in there. These were the winners of my postcard giveaway. And I still have to send a card to Mom Munson. And I never did get a address from Jackie Seabolt. But I still have Mom Munson that I have to send that card to. And what's in here? These are just little notes that I have from my morning, from my live streams. So yeah, these can all go in here, maybe behind this. Like that. I know what I can do with this one. Here's a note from Janet. This is a note from Janet when she sent what I'm going to use in May. Let's see, I'm going to write on here. I'm going to write April 2019. Happy mail from Janet. Because I forget. If I'm looking at this 6 months from now, I'll forget. Unless I make a note, I go, who sent me this? So this is just a note that she put in there. I like to keep the notes. It reminds me of things. And this is a note from Kimberly. She sent a mat. She said, this kind isn't as nice as the Ranger mat, but it does the job well enough. This is a mat from, I'll put a desk mat, from Kimberly Ray. Sent me a huge box of Happy Mail. Thank you, Kimberly. And I'll put April 2019. And she also sent this dollar bill from the Bahamas. Let's see. I had a paper clip. What happened to my paper clip? Of course, if you want it, it's not here. Well, when I guess I'll get out a bobby pin. When I find it, I'll use it. My bobby pins are about used up here. These came from Kimberly Ray. Let's see. Thought I had a page of her stuff. This came from Kimberly. Maybe I'll put this with these. That's what I'll do. And then I'll put the money on the front here. That's what I'll do. I'll do it like this. I think I can put this in here now. Is it gonna fit? Fit just like that. And go down just a little bit more. I think that's as far in as it's going to go. I'm good with that. Okay, now what I have to do. My, oh my, oh my. I want to put this in as a flip page. Look, I've been using this to edge when I do my edging on my art. I'll put this behind it and then I'll edge my page. I've made me a frame. I'm going to do this as a flip page. This came from Barb Fillion. There's my history page. I got the April 5th on it. Let's put this right in here. Let's make a flip page. But before I do that, what I wanted to do was take this, and I want to make a pocket out of this to put Dee Dee's Easter Bunny in here. You see, I'm just working in my art journal this morning, and I think Dee Dee's might fit best right in here because that'll give it room to, but is it going to fit? That other one that I did, I'm thinking what I'll do is expand it. Yes, that's what I'll do. Let's fold this. And I need to score it here. Just ignore Meri. She's just working away here. She's just looking for my bone folder. Can't find it, so I'll use this. I'm just working in my art journal this morning. Just give this just a little bit of an expansion, but I need to cut it. I need to trim it. Trim it down a little. Five and a half, 5 3/4. We'll try it right there. Oops. What is that doing? Yeah. Yeah. So what I want to do, I think, is put this here, tape it there, tape it down here, but expand it out here. And I didn't really cut that straight, so that my rabbit has room to move around in that envelope. And I might have to actually score this down just, well, it's not quite straight because I didn't measure straight. I never do things straight. I always do things crooked. It's a little better, I guess. Yeah. It's a little better. Take that down there. Meri. Just laugh at me. Tape it here. And tape it there. Did I do that right? Yes. And some glue around here just to give it some extra security. Come on. Now, it will go here, right in here. Right, oops. Right like this. And this will fold over on itself and attach there. And then I'll have room for the bunny rabbit. Plenty of room for the bunny rabbit in here. But this has to be glued down here. I have to secure this a little better, I think, with maybe some washi tape. Let's put some washi tape on it. Let's put some washi tape in here. Oops, come on. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully this will work. And I think I'll put another piece right in here. Yeah, I kind of got that messed up. Right here. And then I'll secure it over here too. Secure it right down there. Yeah. And maybe one more. I like this Tim Holtz washi tape. He does a good job with it. It doesn't, it comes off the roll nice. That's what I like about it. I'm finding those other tissue washi tapes that I buy, you get down this far in the roll and they start sticking to each other and it's hard to get them off of the roll. I'm not sure it's worth $18, $19 for a big package of that. All righty. So now let's put my bunny rabbit in here. Yeah, from Dee Dee. Oh, dear me. There we go. And as I close and open my journal, that kind of sticks out, but I have this big wraparound. Where is it here? I have this big wraparound, and I'll be putting my canvas pages in there too. So in this case, I don't mind that sticking out there. In fact, that'll give me a good flip page. But see, I have this in there, so I'm good with it. What's this? Oh, my tape is sticking here. Yes, of course, Meri. All right, let's see where we are. Let's look at chat. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. Oh, you're chatting away. Look at that. Hi, Tina. Good morning. Hi, Beth Schuler. Good morning to you. Thank you, Beth. You are very kind to say so, Anne says. Have you started on the May journal yet? I've started the pages I've started putting the pages together. In fact, I have it out. Once I get through this little stack of things I want to get in this journal, I was going to start sketching it out this morning. My May journal. That's a good question, Barb. I want to start on it this morning. Actually, start on the cover. But look what happened to Shakespeare. I got messy with Shakespeare. Let's zoom in one now. I was showing you maybe I'll show again. For those of you who just came in, let me show you what I got going here. Let me show you what I've got going here. Let me find when I want one, I can't find it. Let's hold on a minute here. Let me grab these. My ruler fell. Put it away. Let me show you what I got going here. I showed this earlier. Oh. These are my journals from just the first 4 months in 2019. Now I'm putting them, let's get the April one down here. I'm putting them in this big custom keeper that I got from Shannon Green. It's huge. It's 57 inches long. Oops, I'm pushing stuff over the edge because my camera can't fit it all. It's huge. But see, I got January in there. And it's kind of hard because my desk doesn't hold it all. I've got January here. I've got February. This is a wraparound page. It's got February there. And here is March. And I've got some elastic in between these that if I want to fit something in here, I can. But I think I can just get April in here. And I think that 4 journals in one custom keeper will be plenty. And if I put April in there, I think I'll take up the rest of this wraparound. Let's pull it around here. See, April, it will just cover April. You guys can't see it because I keep pushing stuff off of my desk by moving this up there. So, but I think I'm going to have to take a band and put from here around the back and there, because when you lift it up, they kind of tend to want to slide out the bottom. So I'm going to have to get me a big elastic band and put around it as a closure. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This will go behind in here. Let's just put it in like this. Like this. And it'll just fit 4 of my journals. That's my custom keeper from Shannon Green. January, February, March, and April art journals for 2019. I love it. I love it. And then I'm going to have to start on my hyacinths come out here. I'm going to have to get me some new hyacinths before they all fade away. I want to paint them. So there we go. There is that. Let me get this off again now without dropping everything because my April journal is not hooked in there. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. That's what art journaling is about. That is what art journaling is all about. So let's get this off my desk again. I keep knocking things down this morning. Yeah. Here's my tie. One of them. There's the other one. But poor Shakespeare, I gave him a black eye. I gave Shakespeare a black eye. Oh no. I don't know what to do about him. Just leave it, I guess. That's what happens when you art journal. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Oops. Is there flooding where you are, Ruth? You guys having a lot of rain up in Canada? Meri, just attach 2 edges and make it a tuck pocket. Well, whatever you were talking about, I probably missed it. You were probably talking about this. I'm happy with it. I can get this in and out pretty good. Sorry, Beth, I missed what you were saying to me there. Anne said, good morning, 80 Doll, Lynn, Beth, and Barb. Beth Schuler says, yada ta-da. Bye, Lynn, and feel better. Did Lynn have to? The little one is sick and gave it to me. Oh, Lynn, I'm so sorry. She's going to go back to sleep. Okay, Lynn, have a great day. Barb said, good morning, Meri. Good morning, Beth. 80 Doll. Kind of catching up with chat here. It has a weight problem. Oh, that's funny. I'm sure you were talking about my journals. Oh. Okay. Good morning to everybody who's come in. I am trying to get things put into my... There goes my phone. I swear I'm going to break this screen again. I don't have enough room on my desk, so things get crowded here. Let's put this palette knife back away. I want to get these things put in. Let's see. I am talking good. I'm sure, I don't know, it's probably a note when I couldn't talk. I am talking good. I don't know what that means. I'll use that as scratch paper. I want to put these things in here. I think I want to use this grocery bag. I want to cut this down. That goes in there, and I got a bicycle page. So let's go ahead and I'm going to trim this down a little first. I think what I want to do, this little art journal here came from Becky in her 2,500 subscriber contest, but I want it to fit in my art journal. So I'm going to cut it right about here, I think. Maybe I'll mark it on the back. It is 12 inches. So I think I'll cut it at 10 inches here. Let's mark 10 inches. Just watch me knock all these ink pens off my desk. I got a box of ink pens over here. I just don't quite have enough room on my desk. Mark it there and mark it there. Then I'll have 2 journals for the gift of one. And let's see, I think I'll tear this bottom page, but can I do that? Yeah. Because this is a watercolor page on the bottom. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, That's pretty strong stuff. And the reason I'm tearing it is because this side is decoed and this top is decoed. So let's get my ruler out here. Let's tear it along the ruler. Boy, that's strong watercolor paper. That must be Arches. Could that be Arches watercolor paper? Now I can cut this. That'll give me a good cutting guide. I'm going to cut this with my scissors. Yes, I am. I never said I was going to be perfect about it, though. Oh, I'm cutting through corrugated paper here. That's what I'm doing. Let's just cut it this way. This way, it'll fit into my custom keeper and my art journals there. And I'll have a little one. Maybe I'll send this one back to Aunt Beck as a doodle journal. A little doodle journal. Maybe I'll do some doodles in here and send them back to Aunt Beck. Maybe. That was the first thought that came to mind as I looked at it. Now, see, this will fit in. This will fit in my journal here. Something like what I did here for Dee Dee. Only do it over here. But for right now, or I could just make me an insert here. I don't like these headbands that have the little rubber thing. I understand now that rubber thing is to keep your hair from slipping out, but I don't like them on here because they don't quite. Let's see if I can get it in. Let me see, she said. Let me see. They're a little tight. However, if I put it right in there, kind of interferes with my thread here, but we'll put that like that. See, and then I can put this Midori style, I'm thinking. And this isn't dry enough yet. I'll have to go back in and put something over that. I'm thinking I can put this in here like that. There. Flip journal pages in here. I'll do something in there. This came from Aunt Beth from the 2,500 subscriber contest. I kind of want to get it in my journal. Oh, I've got this to put in. This is scrap. And this is scrap. These will just go at the back. I'm just art journaling this morning, building my art journals, figuring out what I want to do. I think I'm going to do something for Aunt Beck on this and send it back to her. That's a project for another day. Let's see what I want to do here. Oh, I have this bicycle. I have these that I want to put in. Let's see. I think I'll save these bicycles for another day. Let's put these down here with my... I'll save that one for another day, too. We'll save this one for another day. That's how I art journal. I'll save it for another day. I want to... This, and what happened to the headline? Well, I lost the headline. Did it caught on there? No. Well, when I find it, I'll find it. Okie dokie. I have one more thing I want to do here. I want to put these down on a scrap page. And I thought I started another scrap page. Let's do this as a scrap page. I just want to put these in. Just glue them down like this. Yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun in my art journal this morning. Let's put that glue back over there. Grab my glue brush. Glue it down, glue it down. I'm feeling a little bit more organized now. I went through my stuff last night and I'm going, I can't find anything. Well, I've organized things behind me just a little bit better so I can find them a little better. Yeah. Let's dry that just a little so I can close my book. Barb says, wrap it like a package with a bow once it's done with wide lace. Yes. And I want to show you, I found this lace. I found this wired ribbon that I got at that liquidation sale. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it's got floral in here. There's just a hint of tulips there. I think maybe you can see them there. I'm going to use that on my do-si-do book. But maybe I'll look for some, when Hobby Lobby has their % off on their ribbons, I'll look for some wide ribbon that's wired. And for the custom keeper is what you're talking about, Barb. And tie those 4 journals together with that on that custom keeper. That's an excellent suggestion. Dry this off a little. And I'll show you where I am on my do-si-do book. I'm kind of out of sorts yesterday. I have bad days. I'm not smiley and happy every day. So I just kind of left the stream because I just wasn't feeling good. And I worked on it by myself, but I still have lots of things to do in my do-si-do book. So there's my April journal to this point. I have some scraps that I need to put back here at the back. I'm always, when I do my doodle prompts, I need scrap paper. You just put that right here in the back. It'll be there when I need it. Let's kind of straighten it up, though. Come on. I gave Shakespeare a black eye. Poor guy. I didn't mean to. I don't know how I did that. I probably set it down like this into something. I don't think I can repair that either. I could put something over it. Oh. There we go. Ha! Art journaling this morning. Let's go to the do-si-do book. I'll show you my progress on my do-si-do book. Let me zoom in one more. Okay. Here's my do-si-do. This is the spine that I got bound yesterday, and I just did pamphlet binding. I did decide to go ahead and poke holes in the center there. And then I like this. I love my tassels on the back of my journals. So I really put the tassels on there. But I have six wide here, and these I only plan on doing 5 on these. But see, I have this black ribbon that I think will look pretty on here. It'll go around and tie this way probably. So that's what I'm thinking with that. But I have to bind. So I'm still not done with my do-si-do. But I don't think, I missed what they're going to do next month. I tried to find where they were telling it in the stream, and I couldn't find it. Oh, the ice breaks up and causes flooding. Hi, Kim. Dirty paintbrush. What are your pages made out of in here? They're just, they're different things. They are copy paper and some, let me pull a signature out in a canvas. I have some canvas. Let me get this out of the way. I have some canvas left over from when I painted that canvas, and I painted it with a matte rose gold metallic here, and then I stenciled over it with a black and gold color shift paint. So that's that. I got 2 of these in each signature. And here's my signatures. And I use different papers. I use copy paper, and there's some linen resume paper, which is a little thicker. I can see it. They're sticking together on me here. I get impatient with my art sometimes, and I put it together when I should let it dry more. And then I took that rose gold matte metallic, and I glued down little pictures out of the dictionary, tore them out and glued them down. Then there's a Needlecraft magazine page in there. And then I just wrote out the words. To me, the what it says is more of a flip type thing rather than you're sitting and reading it. I was thinking that I would doodle around the edges, but I think that would just add too much to it. So that's what my pages are made out of. This is that thick, well, no, this is 2 pages. Let me get my, I get impatient. And I don't let everything dry like it should. And this is the result of that. Fortunately, it's not too much damage, just a little sticky. But I like things very distressed anyway. So my signatures, I have 3 word signatures and 2 canvas signatures in every. And I have another canvas one that I'm using as a guide. So let me show you let me take these out here. Here's the one that I stitched in. Fills it up pretty good here. Fills it up pretty good. Like that. And then I'll have this ribbon coming around this way. And I was thinking of painting a big red button on here, but now I'm having second thoughts. I might leave it just like that. So what I wanted to do to this morning was I want to go ahead and mark off some more of these. And I'm just going to mark them off and maybe punch them. But I'm not going to stitch them this morning. Let's get my ruler out again. Well, I'll tell you how I know is I only go in as far as my punch will. Well, no, I didn't. I go in. Well, I did. As far as my punch will go, only that I didn't go. Okay. Meri's just, I eyeball this. I eyeball it. I tell you, I eyeball it. Right there. Whoops. Except that then I get it and then I move it. Right about. Well, you know what I should do instead of doing that? Where's my page that I marked here? I'll mark it. I'll mark it instead of eyeballing it. So I'm going to make it. I might as well not guess. Let's mark it. I got holes in this This is my canvas that I'm using as a model for the punches. I got 3 holes there. It's kind of hard to see on here. So let's mark it there. There. And except that should come up a little. There, there, and there. Maybe there, there, and there. So it'll go right in here, here, and here. And to tell you the truth, I don't care that if I have lines on there. I want my heat gun. So let's draw a line. Let's draw a line across here. Let's draw a line. I do this this is not a tutorial, I'll have you know. I don't do tutorials. I'm not teaching this, I'm doing it. Let's do this one. Let's get make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, my hole goes there. Where's the middle one? Here. And here. I'm not teaching this for sure. I'm just doing it. This is how I do it. And now I need 5, so I'm going to go 1 in the center, a hole in the center, and I should probably just bring it up. That's about right, isn't it? Yeah. A hole there, and there, and then 1 on each side, so there and there. Here, here, and here. Now the 2 in the center of these 2 will just be my canvas signatures, so they'll be pretty skinny. That's all that's going to go on these 2, so I'm not too worried about these 2. So let's draw some lines. Let's draw the center line first. So a hole here, 1 here, and 1 here. And let's draw a line here. Yeah. A hole there, and there. It's kind of hard to see because of the bend in the book, but I think that's pretty straight. And it usually works out. This one isn't too cool. Let's see. Let's go in maybe like that. Yeah, that's good. And then this one right in here maybe. Yeah. And right here. So those will be my 5 signatures. And then what I do, now this is the center one. So this is 2 of these glued together. So it'll be a little bit harder to punch through, but I think I can do it with my crocodile. And it's, of course, I get that stuff stuck in there, so I can't. Where's my needle? Brought my needle in. I was binding this out of my recliner last night. Yeah, it's hard to see when that stuff gets stuck in there. Yeah. Let's punch the center one first. I move it, I get it to where I want, and then I jerk it loose. Is that good? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. They don't have to be perfect. I'm not going for perfection. These over here were not perfect, and they worked out fine. Your thread covers up a lot of the mistakes. But if you're a perfectionist, then go for it. I mean, do it as good as you can, but if you're not perfect, don't sweat it. Yeah, let's do another one here. I'm not getting these right down on the line, but I think I'll still be okay. Oh, that one's hard. Come on. That one's, I got one more here. That one's a little out of sync, but I think I'll be okay. There. Now, got so much stuff here that's driving me nuts. Usually they work out. They usually work out okay. Now, a bookbinder might go, what in the world are you doing? A professional or somebody who's done this a lot. I'm still kind of a newbie at this. That's a little crooked. It'll work. It'll work. And even though I draw my lines, I still have trouble punching the holes perfect. That one might need to be adjusted a little. One more here. Right up in, right in. There. Now, the center ones, I can't get my punch in there. So what I do, and I don't know how it's going to work on this thick one, and I do have a foam board underneath my desk, so I'm not worried about, for me, I'm not worried about poking through here because there's a foam underneath of here and a couple of sheets of paper on top of that, drop paper. So what I do is, let's see how this is going to go. Let's see how hard I am on this. Now I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with these. They're pretty good. So I can still go with the center here. And I just start drilling through with my pokey tool. And I have to go through 2 layers of this, but I'm through it. And then I just start drilling a hole through. I start just kind of rounding off the, and it's not as perfect as a punch, but it's enough to get my needle through when I'm doing my pages. I'll kind of poke through that with my pokey tool. Kind of just drill a hole and widen it. And this is very handmade. I'm not pretending to be perfect here at all. But as I said, it comes out fine. Mine over here was just the same as what I did over here. And I got one more. Put it right in here. And kind of drill through. Keep your fingers out of the way. Then I kind of widen the hole just by Moving my tool around, poking it up and down a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on the fourth one. Now, if I had a wide crocodile, which I do, but not here, I could just punch those out like I did with these. Or if I had a hammer and an awl, that's another way to do it. But here again, this is not a tutorial. This is just me doing my book. Now, let's turn it over. You see the holes here pretty good. You can see them. I can see them really good here. And this is the outside of the book. This is the inside. So that's why I didn't mind putting, because these lines will be all covered up with my signatures. These lines won't even show by the time I get my pages bound in. Well, excuse me, I lied to you. This will be the outside, because this is the flip side. This is the inside one. But they still won't show because I'll have my threads over them. I'll have my threads over them. So I'm not worried about these lines. But I want to go in here. I can see really good where these are, and I just want to kind of make these holes a little larger so I can get my needle through. I have one more spine to do, but I'm not going to do it here. I'm just showing you here how I do these. These are already punched. And then I'll just start taking my signatures here. I think I had the elephant one. What did I do with my elephant one? Koala elephant here. He's going to go in here like this. And then there'll be a canvas piece. And then another one. And then a canvas piece. And then another one. So it'll go in like that. And these go that way. And then I have to do these, but I'm not going to do these. I'm not going to do these here. I was just showing you. I'll bind them when sometimes I have to get up the energy to do this. But I think in the end, I'm going to really like it. And then put this ribbon around it. I think it's going to be pretty on it. I think I'm going to like it. I think I am. So I'll be working on this the next couple days. I'm going to set it aside. What time is it? 6:30. I have some more things I want to do today. I got this. I got these out. I'm going to separate my napkins later this morning. I have a Sizzix here that they had 40% off last week on Tim Holtz stuff, and I didn't realize that when you have the 40% off in Tim Holtz, that it includes the Sizzix because it's got Tim Holtz written there. So I did not pay $17 for this. I probably paid, well, half of it would be $8.50 and 40% off. I probably paid about $9 for this $17. But I wanted to take it out and give it a try this morning. This tape keeps getting caught on stuff. Put it away, Meri. Put it away. There we go. All righty. Put my ribbon over out of the way. I wanted to do some die cutting with this to see what it looks like. See if it's what I want. I'll open it up here. So the next time I see 40% off on Tim Holtz, I'm heading to the Treat Me to a Die Cut. A Tim Holtz die cut or an embossing plate. Build up my stash. I don't have a lot of die cuts. I'm getting there. Ooh, I'm going to like this, I think. I think I am going to like it. Oh, wow. Let's cut it. Let's cut one. Drop my ink pen. Let's cut one. I got my die cutter out here. It's a heavy old thing. Let's see. I think I have a half sheet of paper here. No, I don't know if I got a half sheet. I might have to trim a sheet. I'll do that off camera here. I'll just cut this one in half real fast. That's 6 inches. At 5.5 inches. Now, if I remember right, on these thinlets, let's see what you guys are saying to me this morning. Starting an eye patch for Shakespeare. Hi, Yvette. Welcome. Welcome, Yvette. Hi, Journey. Welcome, Journey. Yvette, welcome. Says good morning. Ruth, hi, Ruth. Good morning. I have my tea. Aw. Mom Munson's in the house. Good morning, Mom. Coffee, anyone? $80 says. Oh, thank you, Mom. I owe you a card. I got the cards ready to go. I'm just slow. I am the slowest kid on the blocks when it comes to my mailing. I haven't forgotten you, though. It's all ready to go. I just haven't got it in there. And you too, Barb. Just ask Barb how slow I am. Fluffy black threads. I do too, Kim. I love these. I am just in love with doing these on the spine of my journals. Let's see. Oh, I'm buffering. Is anybody else buffering? There, I just buffered a little. I need to learn a pamphlet stitch. Oh, it's so easy. It's just, you just start at one, top or the bottom. You go up, in, up at the top, in, back down in the middle, come bring it to the bottom, come up at the bottom, go around to the middle. I mean, it's so easy to do the pamphlet stitch. It's in and out, in and out, and in and out. Let's see what I can do here. If I remember right on these thinlets, and here's the thing. Whenever I do die cutting, I have to take everything off this side of the desk. So let's move my pencils and everything before I spill them all on the floor. That's the joy of having a small desk. You have to make room to work whenever you get out another project. I think I can leave my pencils alone here. All right, it just needs room to move my die cutter here. Let's see what I have here. I have my plate, but I think if I move to, thinlets are right here. Oh, that's the textured plate, thinlet. Inket's thinlets. Well, they use a silicone rubber, but I don't have a silicone rubber. I didn't get a silicone rubber piece. So I'm just going to try it here like this and see what happens. I don't know. Can I do that? They have it open. They have a silicone rubber. but I don't have a silicone rubber piece. An impression pad. I have all those things for embossing. Ink kits. Let's see what it says over here. I may be looking at the wrong directions. I'm a beginner die cutter, so I'm still learning all the thinlets for cutting. I guess I need my other texture plate. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. I think my other texture plate is over in here, hopefully. Oh, it's a mess behind me. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do it this way and see if it works. This way. And I'm going to put the paper this way. Should I put the paper down there? I think I will. Put it that way. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just doing it. Put her in there. Will it go in? I must have two. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's doing something. It's doing something. I wouldn't want to be in there. That was my paintbrush jar hitting each other. Boy, I don't know. That was kind of thick. Surprised it didn't break it. I think Aunt Beck said I could just kind of tap these things out. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What did she mean that I could tap out these? Get my pokey tool. Get my little junkies out of here, which means I'll have to vacuum my floor. This needs vacuuming anyway. The little junkies out. Jeez, Meri. My pokey tool rode underneath of the... No, I'm not going to die cut my pokey tool. I don't like that these little things stick in here. I don't like that at all. And boy, they stick in every one. I'll clean the rest up later. Let's look and see what's going on here. Let's look at it. Wow, that's kind of neat. Wow. I could see where you'd have to spend some time after you cut this pulling things out. Didn't cut through all the way through here. It did not cut all the way through up there. It did not cut all the way through on some of these. Maybe I just need to poke them more. Probably how I put my plates. I am still learning. I am still learning. How that goes up in there. There. Let's move my die cut machine. This thing is heavy. I can see why people have different stations for their die cut, a station for their jelly plate. I don't have that much room, but these things are heavy to move around. That cinch machine is heavy. Set it over here on the floor. Let's see what I'm doing here. I do like it. I do like it a lot, but I'm having to punch out all these little bits and pieces here. So if I were going to do something, I would probably have to punch it all out at once and then spend the afternoon pulling out the bits and pieces. Poking all the little bits and pieces out. It's pretty. This up in here, I don't think got die cut nice. It's probably how I had, well, it said to put a silicone piece in there, but that might have been for the texture plate. Mary's just talking to herself. Oh, dear. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. You're probably telling me something that I need to learn. Wow, you guys are chatting away. Ruth said, I don't have that problem. Let's see. Am I doing it wrong then? So every time I use my big kick, no matter how straight I try to get the plates, it often shaves off little bits of plastic off the edges. Really? It's going through, it's guiding through wrong is what it's doing. You might have to kind of, I don't know because I'm a beginner, but it seems to me like when you put it in there, you're saying you're trying to keep it straight, but it kind of, it probably grabs onto it wrong as it's grabbing through. You probably have to make sure that you get it straight as you roll it through. I don't know. I'm not the die cut expert. I'm a beginner here. My problem is that I don't understand all the different sandwiches, and I don't have a silicone piece. I might have, that might be an extra piece I have to buy or something. So I don't think I get my sandwiches right. I'm still learning them. I'm still learning how to make sandwiches. Oh, dear. Oops. This I know didn't get die cut straight in there. Oops, what am I doing here? My notifications. Let's see. Oh, I love using my, oh, hi, Leo Savan. Good morning. You like using your die cutting machine? Well, I'm just learning. I'm just learning it. They're saying good morning to Leo Savan. You're new here. Good morning. Welcome. You can add cardstock so it'll cut out all the detail, $80 says. Oh, really? Instead of the silicone plate, are you saying add cardstock to it instead of the silicone piece? Would that to help cut out the detail? Because I don't think all the detail got cut out, got it cut it, but I'm having to tear some pieces. I'm having to gently ease it out here. It didn't cut it all the way through on some of these pieces. But it's coming if I'm careful. If I'm careful. I don't know what's going on there. I think that's I'm not sure what that is. I'm getting hungry. It must be getting close to breakfast time. So I'm not getting this. Oops. Live chat. An old mouse pad, Elena said. Oh, I have an old mouse pad that I could use. I'll have to get it out. An old mouse pad. Okay. I'll have to get that out and try it. Right in here. Right in here. Just gently tug on it. Right in there. It's pretty good. Let's get this out of the way. It's pretty good. I'm not unhappy with it. Maybe there's some piece in here. No, I think that's all one piece. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe some pieces in there that didn't get poked out. Up here in the corner. I think it's pretty. Very pretty. I wanted to try it. Now, what I want to do, though, is poor Shakespeare's black eye. You're going to give Shakespeare a black eye? Oh, no. See, that would be pretty, well, pretty right there, wouldn't it? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see where it's at. What did I do with it? Right here? No. Here? No. Huh. Anytime I want something, I hide it from myself. What did I do with it? That's the Yes paste. That's Murphy's oil soap. Here. Spray adhesive. Let's see if I can very carefully spray. Gently spray. And I'm afraid of the spray, so I'm going to get another piece of wax. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't use spray adhesive a lot either. I don't know how much it'll spray here. Woo! Did I get any over here? It might be a little crooked, but that's okay. It's my first time. I was afraid to do it too much because I was afraid I'd get it all over everything. And it glued my wax paper together like that, but I can go like this because there's nothing on these sides. I don't think I got that exactly straight, but oh well. Yay! My camera's not straight. That was my experiment for today. I wanted to play with that. I wanted to put things down in my art journal. There's one more thing I want to do yet this morning. My chair is sliding away from my desk. Let's see where you guys are in chat. Let's see what I'm missing. Let's see what I'm missing out on. Isn't that a pretty die cut? I will have to say, all that trouble of die cutting it was worth it. I think it was entirely worth it to do that. Very pretty. It looks like a window or a door. Yes, it does. You know, and it almost looks like it could belong on this art journal. You know what? This is actually inspiring. This is actually inspiring my May art journal. Now, see, I was thinking about doing straight lines, something like this, but I could do floral in the background and then just paint silhouette, black silhouette on my canvas for my May art journal. See, I got black silhouette here with the little bits and pieces, the little animals. If I put a floral, kind of a stained glass floral, not stained glass, but just kind of big floral in the background, and then instead of the little animals, come in with the black silhouette, the floral here, and maybe even have the big bars dividing it. I think this is inspiring me. Hi, Vanessa. What were you thinking, Melissa, that I missed? It looks like a window or a door. Yes, it does. Yeah, I almost want these little bits and pieces. I almost want to put some glossy accents over this. Maybe I will just to paint, and then I'll just leave this open. But I wanted to do something else in this journal this morning. Maybe I'll do that before I leave. I want to go to a page in here, if I can get to a page, a blank page. It's, what time is it? 6:54. I got about a half an hour. That should be enough. It's my caboose. These are Happy Mail from Aunt Beth and Janet. I'm looking for a page I can work on. A clear page that I'm comfortable working on. Yes, that's watercolor. Here. No, that's Sharon Marlowe Mail. See, I'm going to have to put some wax paper in here. That's that tar gel. It's sticking. Let me get a sheet of wax paper here and put. It's sticking. I don't think that tar gel completely dries. It might take a long, long time to dry. I wouldn't recommend putting it in your art journal unless you have left it out for a long, long time. Yeah. What did I do with it? Squeaky chair. That's all I've done this morning is squeak, squeak, squeak. I can't find what I'm looking for. My one bobby pin. My one bobby pin that's left on this. I got more. I could just staple it in, but I think I'll just leave it temporary for now. There. Because this is tar gel piece here, and I find that it's sticking on there. So I'm just gonna leave it in like that. I'm looking for a page I can work on. It'll be 7:30 by the time I find a page that I'm happy with. Here. Oh, what is that? Well, that's one more my Meri Mysteries. There's my. I was looking for that. Oh, dearie me. Now I'll just put it here, back in the saddle. That's where I'm writing my Meri Mystery story. Just don't mind me. Here, this is a page to work on. That's what I'm looking for. Let's get something to put behind it. Now, what I want to do, I have a worse time finding stuff after I throw the stuff down on the floor. I guess I'm going to use one of these. Maybe this lady. Excuse me while I adjust this squeaky chair. Driving me crazy this morning. Let's grab my Sharpie pen. I want to do a fast sketch of my lady here. And I'm just going to have fun sketching her. She's got looks like she's got a feather or a comb on her hat right up there. I don't know if you can see it too well. Is that a hat? Looks like a hair. It looks like one of those hair combs that I wear in my hair, but it might be a feather. I'm not sure what she's got on her head up there. It's a really interesting. It looks like it might be a part of a hat. I think I'll just make it part of her hair, though. So I'm just going to sketch her real fast because I feel like drawing this morning. And I'm going to start up here with her head, her hair. Maybe I'll leave that piece off. I feel like drawing. I just feel like drawing. I haven't been drawing much lately. I'm going to just draw her hair like this. Come down. Her forehead comes down like that. She's got an eyebrow in here. I gotta get up closer to my desk. I gotta put that thin lid away before I knock it off the cliff. See what you guys are saying to me. Have a blessed day. Bye, Vanessa. $80. You can rub the page with wax so it doesn't stick. Yeah, I put wax paper in between it, but yeah, you could rub it with wax too. That is a good suggestion, $80. Let's see. Then I want her face to come, her other eyebrow to come out this way. And her nose kind of comes down. Her eye kind of comes in here. And notice when I sketch, I don't draw, I sketch. If you were drawing, probably you would just be doing you'd be probably just doing a line where you knew where you were going. When I sketch, I kind of go back and forth like this, or I'll skip down in here and do a part there, or I'll come back and work on the eye. I sketch. And I'm happy with it in the end. And I'm not trying to be photorealistic or anything. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun with my sketches. And I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry, Mother. I'm going to go, I don't know what kind of a day we're going to have. I think it's going to be nice. I want to go to the greenhouse today, get plants and seeds. I'm thinking about my flowers. I need some potting soil. So I'm going to be doing my flower garden here pretty soon. Let's see. She's got some shading in here, and her other eye comes right about there. Right about there. Coming on down. Put in her eyeball here. Oh, it looks pretty good. And then because her hair comes down this way. And it's always the nose that I'm still learning on. I see her face kind of comes down this way. And let's put her nose kind of right in there. Right up in here. I'm happy with that. Shade in her eye here, her eyelid, her eyelashes. Violet, Meri, you should Google Shake Rag Alley in Wisconsin. I know. When I lived up there, Violet, I kept looking at them and thinking how fun it would be. Shake Rag Alley. I know what you're talking about. How fun it would be to do that. Violet, how fun it would be. So she's got her hair kind of coming down. It's hard to see on this picture. She's got a braid in here. She's got a braid. It looks, yeah, and it kind of comes down that way. She's got a curl. She's got it braided up in here. And her hair comes down this way, and then her ear comes right about in here. Comes right about there. Her nose right about there. We'll give her some lips. Yep, I'm going to buy flowers today. Yep, my brother's up. Moaning and groaning. All right. And then her face kind of has her chin comes this way and goes back over this way. Then she's got this collar, ruffled collar. And it comes down this way. It kind of meets in there. Kind of comes back over this way toward her ear. Looks like almost like a double collar. It's got a big bow right in here. Well, not a big bow, but a bow. Kind of a bow tie in here. I'm happy with her, but she's got a curl coming down this way. This is part of her hair. And then there's black dress coming in here. And this kind of goes, ruffle kind of comes back over this way. Oh, she's turning out for me. She's turning out. Except I don't like her headpiece up there. I'm going to leave it off. She probably didn't like it either. She probably just wore it for the picture. Now, since my ink pen here, let's see, let's see what I have for ink pens, because I just have the Sharpie. I don't know if I want to use my black permanent marker on this. Let's get out another ink pen here to draw with, if I can find one. Another Sharpie pen. Here, I'm looking for one of these. No. Oh, that's a blue fountain pen. I got a lot of pen plus gear pens. That's for sure. I guess I'll just be happy with that one. One of these. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun this morning. Just playing. That's what art journaling is all about. Playing in your art journal. I like these because they're water soluble. And I can get a lot of ink on here. And I want to put a lot of ink in here for her hair. Mark her hair coming up this way. Hair coming up this way. And a lot of darkness in here. And then here. And then she's got it looks like, I called it a braid, but I think it's more of a curl here. Coming down this way. I think it's probably more of a curly piece. It kind of falls into the darkness of her dress, so I can't see how it ends. Let's get some water out here. Let's see what's going to happen here if I wet this. Now this is all drawn in my Sharpie pen, so it may not shade as much. And let's come back in. Well, let's do the curl. And I'm just putting ink down on my page when I scribble like that. I'm just getting ink down on my page because I want to go back in with my brush and kind of shade it in. It's very illustrative. It's not meant to be photorealistic. And then her dress here has a bow kind of coming this way. And then it has kind of a ruffle kind of coming in here. Bow. And a ruffle in there. And then this is all shady. And where's my brush? You know what I want to play with now? Let's try it. I've got that black paper under there, so I'll be okay. What did I do with it? They're over there. Let me grab them. What time is it? Am I getting too late? Is Dee coming on? If you guys need to go watch Dee Dee, what time is it? 7:11. I still got time. I want to play with my marker here. And I'm going to take the sprayer off, and I just want to dip my brush in here. Now this will soak through, I know, so that's why I have this black page under there. Oh, it's blue. This is blue. I thought it was a sepia, but that's okay. We'll do the blue. We'll do the blue. Let's bring it on down in here. Don't spill it, Meri. Don't spill it. Blotted a little. So I knew it would soak through, but I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So I'm painting with my alcohol marker here. You know, and I need to just put a little bit on my desk here, and I just want a watery wash. I just feel like sketching this morning. That's what I feel like doing. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Yeah. My brush now is not fitting down in there too good. Painting with my Ink-ahols. I think I'll dip it in there and just let it. Let her soak through. Why not? Why not paint with them? Now, I don't know if I want to give her blue hair, though. So I think I'm inspired by that photograph. I think I'll put it aside and just work on. I think I'm done with the blue. Let's wipe this up a little. Let's put the sprayer back on. I thought I had the brown because it looks brown in there. It doesn't look blue. I should label them blue. Sometimes it's fun just to find it. Yeah. Where's my browns? That's blue. That's got to be red. Well, I guess I'll just leave it because I don't mess with it. What do I have in here? Here's all my ink pens. More markers to tear apart here. Pen Plus Gear. Let's pull these old Pen Plus Gear markers out and put them in that other bucket to tear apart. I use them up fast. I use them up pretty fast. I was looking for these kind of markers. My R2 pen. a Sharpie, a pink one, and an orange one. There's a white gel pen. Smooth sponges. Alrighty, let's try these. Ooh, it's wet. Let's dry it a little. It's wet. I'll be done by 7:30. I'm almost done. Soak through there. Ooh, that's fun. That's kind of fun. I got the $100 bill that Kim sent me there. Okay. Let's put this back there. I want a little bit more shading in here. And notice I did not put any detail in her ear here. I mean, I could have spent a lot more time detailing this. And I just want to kind of darken her hair a little more in here. Maybe detail her lips a little more. Her dress area, except it's wet in there. I don't want to, maybe her bow. This bow has ruffles. Her eye a little more. There, I think I'm done. I think I'll leave it. Let's sign it. Today is April 24th, 2019. I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm happy with it. That pen had a little bit more juice in it. I think I'm happy with it. All right, I played in my art journals this morning. That's what I did. My squeaky door, out front door. My brother's getting the I did this page. My brother's getting the paper. I did this, played with my die cut. Oh, you know what I'm going to end with? I want to put that glossy accents. But do I have it out? Yes, I do. The thing that I'm going to do right before I leave is put glossy accents on this to just kind of paint it on. You know what would be fun to do would be to block all this off and with some spray paint. But we'll put glossy accents on it. We'll try that another day. So I did this. I worked in, what else did I do? I did this sketch. I put pocket pages in. Let's see, I did this sketch. I put pocket pages in for, I put this art journal in that Aunt Beck gave me. I put Dee Dee's page in here. I did other stuff. I can't even remember everything I did. Sorted out all that Happy Mail. I put bits of Happy Mail in here in different places. And I went through my other journals. That's what I did. You know, I just can't leave well enough alone, can I? I just can't leave well enough alone. Let's get that red. I think it's red. It might be the brown. How about the yellow? I know the yellow's yellow. I know the yellow is yellow. Let's block this off. Let's get those scrap pages in there. This will be fast. This will be fast. Thought I had scrap pages down in here. I do. Oh, Meri, Meri, you just can't leave it alone, can you? You can't see it very well, can you? It's really yellow. It's that yellow spray paint. Yeah. Let's grab this. That's the blue. Let's see what color this is. Can't leave it alone, Meri. You can't leave it alone. You gotta play. Red. There. There. That's the end. Oh dear. That's better than putting glossy accents on it, I think. I might have to go in and put a coat of matte medium or something over that because it's, I don't want all my little thinlet things to tear out. Glue those down a little better. Okay. You see yellow? Bye, Teresa. Have a great day. Bye, Kim. Meri, something under her chin, maybe. Well, she has a bow under her chin. Where's she at? Where's my black page? I pulled it out. Where did I do her? I did her with $1. She's got a bow under her chin. Are you talking about here? Oh, you mean a line? Or a shadow? Let's draw a line there. You mean to have her chin more defined, I think is what you were saying. And maybe some shadow. Let's see if I can pick up some. Sometimes when I want a palette of color, I'll come into an area here where I can scribble real dark, like on her coat. And then I'll grab my paintbrush and grab some ink off of there and then come in with the coloring underneath. I think that's kind of what you meant, to define her chin a little bit more. Yeah, that may be too much. But there we go. I think that'll dry a little lighter. Let's dry it. You can always play with these things. It dries a little bit lighter. Yeah. Now I'm not happy with this area over in here. Let's draw. What time is it? Oh, I got a few seconds here, a few minutes. Let's do a couple more strokes on this. My brush. Okay, I'm going to leave it. It is what it is. I'm happy with it. I think I did a pretty good job for a half hour's work. For a half hour work? Yeah. Very happy with it. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the pocket page that I did, put things in. I played in all my journals this morning. Had lots of fun doing it too. So I'm going to say goodbye. I think Dee Dee's going to come on here any minute now. It is what it is. Thank you, Journey. I like her. I got a little spot over here, but I'll be doing an ATC over there. So, okay. Have a great day, everybody. If you have some time, do some art. Thank you, Lynn J. Thank you, everybody who came in. Bye, everyone. I'm going to the garden center today, so I'm off to get flowers.